and welcome everybody to a very different video. Now I am going to be playing the Crash Bandicoot N Sane Trilogy, and I'm going to start with Lights Out. Now for those of you that are watching the playthrough, you should have noticed that I actually played this game and got to a point where I said, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Lights Out, get the coloured gem, get all the other clear gems in the game. And unfortunately what happened was something that I don't even know what happened, to be honest. Probably I was trying to do a capture, my laptop died, or the video got corrupted or something. And basically what it meant was that the playthrough part was essentially something that never actually happened. I could have died there, by the way, so that's what the fucking amount was. But what I've decided to do is actually try and play the game now. And obviously because I've died, this is a coloured gem path. I have to quit out of the game and actually go back into it. I know it sucks ass, but this is the last coloured gem we need. And then I can go back and do all of the other gems. So this is basically supposed to be the last part of my PS1 standard completionist playthrough of this game, which I didn't actually deliver on when I was actually playing the Crash Bandicoot N Sane Trilogy when it launched on PlayStation 4. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm actually making that up by doing this recording right now to basically get that done and dusted. And I might do a special round off video where I basically play, well, this is technically the round off at the PS1 completionist playthrough, but there's another video which I might do where it's actually the Stormy Ascent DLC level, because believe it or not, I didn't actually do any recorded gameplay of Stormy Ascent. So I've done Future Tense, and I've done completionist, the PS1 standard completionist playthrough of Crash 2. Okay, this is going to be really difficult because I basically cannot see because the game fucked me. And that's not my fault. I did actually try my best there and Crash missed the jump, so we got to start all over again. Lovely. Great way to start off the round off playthrough part with 2.5 minutes of fail. And it's not even my fault, so that's a great way to start. But what a level to kick off with. Fucking Lights Out to try and get the coloured gem to then backtrack to the start of the game to basically do the completionist playthrough. So anyway, one thing I've noticed with this save I have, because what you have to realise is the original save I was using, I actually did 100% this game, and I did all the relics and all that as well. So it's not like I had a hard save of the actual playthrough that I was doing back when I was actually recording my gameplay and all that, and that was just fucking atrocious, Crash. What the fuck do you think you were playing at? That's me wanting to pause and quit out the game right away, because that was fucking dreadful. I didn't do that whatsoever. Oh my god, what was I going to say? Yeah, one thing I have to note about this save, I don't know if I've already mentioned this or not, or if this was even the tangent I was going to go on. I'm so fucking mind boggled right now that Crash is failing at something so stupidly simple. But this save actually has one extra gem on it. And that one extra gem actually comes from Jungle Rollers, and Jungle Rollers is a level where you need the green gem in order to go through to a secret path. Now, I don't know why I would have went back to Jungle Rollers and got the box gem in that stage, and again, fuck you, Crash, that's the platform moving back when I'm not doing anything wrong here, game, come on. I'm not doing anything wrong, so stop making me waste all my goddamn hard-earned lives, because this is fucking retarded now. I'm not failing to this shit. And it wouldn't be so bad if you had to quit out every single time you fucking died. Even before the first checkpoint, because that's the way this game works now apparently. And it wouldn't have been so bad if you actually just didn't get fucking hit by that stupid rat. And it's because the perspective changes as well, so you have to watch out for that. But yeah, anyway, as I was trying to say, when I did this save initially, obviously I didn't have a backup save, so that save ended up having all of the relics and all the other gems on it, so I couldn't really redo the part without doing the game all over. And what ended up happening was I felt like playing Crash Bandicoot 1 again, and maybe over December I might do another PlayStation 1 Crash Bandicoot marathon. I mentioned this in one of the Spyro Reignited Trilogy parts, because that's actually something that's released, is Spyro Reignited Trilogy. So that's like way after the goddamn Crash Bandicoot N Sane Trilogy, to be honest. So that's something that's happened. But I did mention that I was thinking about either, you know, going back to the Crash Bandicoot 1 Insane version or the PS1 Crash 1 at some point in the future. Mostly because when I did Crash 1 on the PS1, that was on my old computer, and that was like freezing up the capture like hell. And also there was, you know, Crash Bandicoot 2 that suffered the same fate. Oh, lovely, we got the gem, lovely. I don't have to do this ever again, but I might have to in the future, but still. Yeah. I'm thinking about Crash 1, Crash 2 on PS1, and maybe the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy doing like an official PS1 standard completionist playthrough all in one go as like a second playthrough. But we've done that now, and I never have to come back to this in this playthrough. So this is what I mean about Stormy Ascent. This is the actual level right here. It doesn't lead anywhere, but we can actually use this to go back to Insanity Beach and then actually go back to the start of the game. Now, this is what I said, Jungle Rollers, I got the gem in it somehow. But this is one where you need the green gem to be able to get the gem. So I'm actually going to do the gem again, and then we can go through all the other stages and get the gems that required coloured gems. So that's the logic I'm going to take here. I'm actually going to do this real quick for you all. And not doing any relics, sadly, because that's not what you need to do in the PS1 version of this game to do the completionist playthrough, which is something I wanted to actually try and do. Maybe as a separate recording at another time, I'll try and do the Stormy Ascent level and show you gameplay of that and what you need to do to beat it. Now, I don't know if it'll be in one flawless run, but it's not like it's a coloured gem or anything, so you can actually go ahead and just do it normally, I guess. So I might include fails, I might edit out all the fails and just show you essentially the perfect run that's required, but get all of that shit. So this is the green gem that we need to go up here and get the lives. That's basically made up for the atrocious failures of Lights Out right there. We get a nice little skunky combo. Oh, and we've got one of these as well. And I can still pull it off. So I'm that good at this game. So spin these guys and get all the extra lifts and bonus tokens to do the bonus. Right around now. Oh, spinning TNT is deadly. I never would have guessed that. Oopsie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See there? And we got Torna, who gets kidnapped by Cortex. Lovely. That's progress, baby. That's what we need to do. Make progress. What the hell happened to the wheel? You see that? It just kind of went up and then went down instantly. Weird. No, yeah. Ah. That reminds me of when DSP played this. I did everything. I thought I missed a box for some reason. No, I did it. So that means I did the gem, basically. But it's not going to show you that I did the gem because somehow I already got the gem. But now we can go through to levels where we do need coloured gems to beat them. And starting off with the Great Gate. So this is entirely new content for the channel. It's actually beating these stages in the Insane Trilogy, where you needed coloured gems in order to beat it. Now, the good news is, ladies and gentlemen, is because these are only clear gems, I can actually afford to die and go ahead and start from the last save and all that. So it does mean I can just do what I need to do. Just basically play this casually and do it because there's no real emphasis on failure. It's not the PS1 version where if you die after the first checkpoint, you have to essentially start over from the beginning. It's not like that whatsoever here. It's actually more or less I can just afford to fail and start from the most recent checkpoints. So obviously I can do stuff like this, but I don't want to be too overzealous, and because you can actually get killed, that sort of stuff. But yeah, just playing through nice and easily. It's actually going quite well so far. So thanks to having the goddamn triple Aku, sorry. Like that, for instance, that could have screwed you over. But thank God this is not like the PS1 version, where if you die after the first checkpoint, you have to go back to the beginning. I think in this one you can get away with dying after the first checkpoint. And that's good. Good for me, at least. I was hoping there's no boxes underneath the exclamation mark box like in Crash 3, but I don't think that existed in Crash 1, so that's good. Making progress. Like the music as well in these bonus stages. That's going to go down. That's going to come down. See, we don't get the gem initially, but we can get the yellow gem. That takes us over the exit, and then we can carry on, similar to Native Fortress, which we will be doing actually, because we need the red gem. I did that in Slippery Climb early on in the playthrough. Well, at least my PS1 playthrough when I was actually doing that, so you would have saw me actually do that with kind of relative ease compared to my PS1 completionist playthrough marathon, where I had some substantial difficulty doing stuff like Slippery Climb and all that. Now what we have to do is, so I don't want to go too far back, or I don't know if I'm, you have to go back here, don't you? But Crash is not doing it unless if there's a later bit that you're supposed to go down. I've probably screwed myself over by doing that now, but I'm fairly sure it's like one of these bits you have to jump into the background and there's a box back there. And it's probably this bit actually. So you have to go up over here and then we can actually run to the right. And then because we can run to the right, it means there's going to be a couple boxes at the end of this path here. Like that, for instance. There's an extra life there. We can keep going down. And then an extra life there. But I'm pretty sure there's boxes along the way back here. Like that jumpy box that we need to use to get up here to begin with. So we need to go back and get that. And then we have to play through this pretty much naturally. Unless there's a way we can jump up there from without needing the box. But so I'm going to try and do this the PS1 way, where you have to do it without dying. That could have killed me right there. Honestly, that was awful. Why did I get nearly killed to that shit? But if it was the PS1 version, I'd actually be massively thankful that that happened. So that's actually kind of decent, to be honest. But it's mostly just platform jumping on these green slimy platforms and onto torches or, you know, fire platforms or whatever. But we only need 2 boxes and then we got the gem. And there's a box here. And there's bound to be another one up here somewhere. So what happened? He fell through the box. Well, he didn't fall through the box. I actually pressed up to land on the box a bit better, and apparently that means you missed the box. But oh well, it is what it is. There's the box that we need, and there's the gem. Happy days. We did it the PS1 way without dying after the first checkpoint. That's good. If I can do that, then that's awesome. That's the Great Gate gem obtained. And that means we're one step closer to completionist playthroughing this game as of the PS1 version. Now we can do Upstream, where we need the orange gem from Generator Room. So far it's Jungle Rollers, where we need the green gem from the Lost City, and the Great Gate, where we need the yellow gem from the lab. Now we've got Upstream, where we need the orange gem from Generator Room. So I'll point these gems out to you as I go along through the gameplay. And as I said, at some point in the future I might do another independent style recording where I actually play through Stormy Ascent and then just do that as like an independent capture. And I think the challenge for me is doing it in like one run. But the fact of the matter is, Stormy Ascent, a level where you don't need to, you can afford to die basically. So I may include edits and or deaths in that playthrough when I do it. And then I can actually officially say I've done all of Crash 1 via some, well, excluding some relics, I should say. Because, I'll actually wait for this thing to close up, because that's probably going to be irritating. And then we can go down here, there's like an extra life box there. And then we can just carry on, onwards and upwards. See, I think even with triple Akaraku masks, those Venus trap things kill you, so you gotta be careful. Alright, it's this one. Remember this one. So, just bounce on the boxes. And then get over like so, and happy days. We did it, 22 out of 22 boxes. First try as well. So now with the orange gem, we only need 2 boxes, and this is where we have to get past the exit again. Similar to the Great Gate, where there's an extra thing waiting for us. So, another platform to take us to the end. Like right here, for instance. So we jump onto this. That takes us over here. We can go onto this. That takes us over here, onto a lily pad. Or a leaf, which takes us to another leaf. To a Venus trap or whatever. And then we can go over, get the last 2 remaining boxes off the stage, and then we gotta do another tricky jump from a Venus trap onto a leaf. It's probably more difficult than it sounds, but I've just done it, so it's not that difficult, like, ladies and gentlemen. Nice, we did it. Another gem. So to be honest with you all, this video is actually being recorded immediately after my Spyro Reignited Trilogy Dream Reavers World playthrough, which I'm pretty sure is like World 4 or something like that. So I was thinking, should I play some Spyro and do Nasty's World? Because it's basically the world before Nasty's World, which I did previous to this recording. So I was thinking, should I do Nasty's World in Spyro, or should I play some Crash and round that game off? And I thought, you know what, it would be nice to play some Crash, get into the Crash mood for like December, and then probably go for the, you know, completionist playthrough or whatever in Crash 1 again on the PS1 version of the game, and hopefully I can get my gaming PC back by then. Hold on, wait, is there another? There is, okay. See, I know in this version you don't actually have to break the bouncy box to get the embryo token. It's actually in a box above that. I was going to say, didn't I not get the Super Akaraku again? I did. I think I actually lost the embryo token. How does that work? Well, I gotta kill myself. I can't afford to do that. There's a game glitch. That's not supposed to happen. So, spin that. Get the Akaraku. At least I can afford to die, ladies and gentlemen. Which is why I'm doing it. But that's what's supposed to happen. We're supposed to gain our second embryo token right there. Just jump on through. Jump onto this. So yeah, in order to get the gems, you actually have to get all the boxes in, you know, both the embryo and Torna bonuses. So unfortunately, with the game not giving me the embryo head as it was supposed to, means it kind of screws us over now with trying to get the gem. And as I said, at least I can afford to die, because it's only the clear gems at this point that we need. So that's decent. Let's do the Torna bonus. And the Torna bonus is this one, where we have to basically jump on all these boxes to get over. Not the worst, not the best, but it is what it is. Do it lightning fast as well, and I'll miss out on the life, so I've already got like 99, so it's okay. 21 out of 21. Or otherwise I should say 21. No, okay, I shouldn't say that because that's cringy as shit. But we did it. Happy days. We actually did it. And this is where we need the blue gem from Toxic Waste to go down into this pit that would normally kill us to get more lives, which I don't need. And there's an Cortex, Dr. Cortex head as well, just on the wall for reasons unknown. And it's the embryo bonus. Is this the one I think it is? If it is, oh no, okay, it's not, but okay. Pretty sure that's how we do that one. We can get over like so. First try, lovely. Embryo. Ah, he destroyed himself away. That's awesome, because that means we have, at this moment in time, 83 out of 87 boxes, which pretty much means we have to get to the end and then we've got the gem in this stage. So that's good. So the embryo head would normally be there in that last box on the left hand side, but obviously it's the Sane Trilogy version. I have to move it around slightly, and we can that's proof that we can die and still get the clear gems, at least in the Sane Trilogy version. It's only because of a game bug, I guess, that didn't give me the embryo token when I destroyed the TNTs for some reason. Now we've got Native Fortress next up in line for the gem. There's a nice little implicit hint as well about the fact that you can jump over the fence to help you out. So again, more killing plants and turtles and monkeys and jumping over fire things and shit. So one thing I have to say at this moment in time is, I mentioned this in my Spyro Reunited Trilogy playthrough part, the one where I do I keep getting, I think it's Dream Weavers, that's what it's called, or Magic Crafters or something like that. I'm pretty sure it's Magic Crafters, because that's one. It's basically the world that's before Nasty Nork's world in Spyro 1, for the people that's familiar with Spyro 1 out there. And basically what's happened is my laptop was having some problems, and it turns out it's actually been the hard drive that's causing some issues. So if I was doing this with this bad hard drive, then what would happen is the video would glitch at some point, and it would be pretty much fucked up for the rest of the video, to the point where the video would be unwatchable and, you know, gameplay would be missed. And as I said in the Spyro part, I probably said it here, but if I didn't, then I basically got myself an SSD, which is a solid state drive, and they basically operate faster than regular hard drives do. And I have noticed changes with this SSD with my PC and all that, so that's good. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy I've made the change to an SSD, at least for my laptop. I think the next step would be to use an SSD in my gaming PC, but that's a little while off before I can do something like that. So again, pretty easy bonus, to be honest. It's just jump on boxes, so not even that bad. I'm pretty sure there's one where there's like boxes over a bottomless pit that you need to get, and that can be quite painful to get. See, I knew to jump left there because there's that Aku Aku mask. So remember what it said, grass is greener on the other side of the fence. It means you can jump back here, and there's no boxes, and there's no boxes in the route that we're supposed to take, which means it basically is a little shortcut that we can use to save ourselves some hassle. Don't know if that's necessarily what you need to do for the platinum relic, just to avoid shit, or if you have to take the main route. But it is what it is, and I don't care about getting the relics in this playthrough, at least, because as I said, this is the PS1 standard completionist playthrough, not the Sane Trilogy version of the completionist playthrough. But here's the red gem, courtesy of Slippery Climb, which I think is used the most. Like, you need the red gem in the most levels to get the boxes. Well, that's a bit weird. I kind of ran on the box. Whoa! Okay. And then there's the red gem here to take us back. So, bouncy, bouncy, bouncy time. So yeah, as I said, I've got an SSD in my laptop now. I have noticed that it does start up and shut down a lot faster than it used to. And there's been no glitches to the captures so far. And the last thing I can really hope for is it actually helps with uploading videos to YouTube. But of course, uploading videos to YouTube is highly dependent on internet connection speeds. And what I noticed, where I am right now in my university accommodation, is the internet speed is very, very inconsistent, which is part of the reason why I don't do live streams now, is because the internet connection speed is just so hit or miss that, you know, it might be perfectly fine at 1 second, and then the very next second it just drops down to 0, and then all of a sudden there's no stream, and it's like, well, what the hell? And that's obviously the internet connection's fault, and there's nothing I can do about that. And I've noticed it's been really pretty inconsistent where I'm at right now, not in the previous 2 lots of university accommodation I've been at. So it is what it is. And I got the gem, and I don't think I even died once in this stage. That's actually pretty good. That's, again, PS1 standard version of getting the gem in that stage. So we're one step closer. Only going for like 25.5 minutes right now, so that's actually pretty good. That I'm not really fucking up at these stages. Again, Lost City, we got the gem there, Temple Ruins. Road to Nowhere, again, we need the red gem, courtesy of Slippery Climb. So, that's what we need to do. And I'll tell you now, this stage is like a bitch to get the relic on. And the high roads, my god, I think the high roads probably one of the worst levels I've ever had to play. Next to some stages in Crash 2 to get the relic on. And I just spun the fucking warthog to infinity. So that's actually pretty good. Damn, he missed. Okay, I got a checkpoint. So at least we can start from here. So, yeah, I noticed that this stage is actually pretty bad. Okay, there's not a box up there. I was concerned I might have missed a box there, but I didn't. But yeah, trying to get a relic in this stage is goddamn shit, dude. It really is. It's so bad. It's mostly because of the jumps you have to do and no checkpoints and all that. It actually kills any chance you have, and the fact they've changed the jump mechanics doesn't help matters out any, so not my problem. I'm actually going to get the red gem first. Logic being, once I do this, I can actually go ahead and save at the checkpoint. So what we need to do is hit this TNT. That activates the exclamation mark box, which activates another TNT. Right, I think we're supposed to, yeah, do that. And then we have to jump up here to get that one. And then that activates a TNT here. That blows that other TNT up. And then we have lives and an Akaraku. I actually think we are done here. That's what we need to do. I think it's a bit more clear in the PS1 version, but it is what it is. And Crash doesn't want to get on the red gem for some reason, but checkpoint, that's all saved now. And as I said earlier, and as you should have seen, we can afford to die since these are only clear gems that we're getting, which is only one advantage of the Sane Trilogy compared to the PS1 version, but I do prefer the PS1 version if the truth be told, just because it adds that extra pressure on not dying like that, for instance. Crash really got fucking stuck there for some reason. And I lost my Akarakus too. Damn it, man. These jumps are too finicky, I tell you. They really are. And not in a good way. Especially with the altered mechanics and all that as well. Oh, great, now we've got the Warthog. Just ripped straight out of Whole Hog and Hog Wild. Just going ape shit on the high road. And it looks like you might be able to walk on that, but you have to jump. Little hint. So that's a bit shit, to be honest. Oh, thank God I made that. I thought I would have missed. Bang, and got 9 out of 9. Lovely. I would make a 9 joke, as in no in German, but I'm not gonna because I'm a decent person. Holding the X button, or the jump button, or whatever you want to call it, is actually very beneficial for jumping on these turtles. One thing we can actually do now is actually jump on the red gem, and then in a similar fashion to the high road, there's actually these invisible planks that we can walk on, and the Wumpa fruit indicates where they are, which is very, very helpful. And of course, we can spin those, get the gem, get a life, and then leave the stage with a gem, which is awesome. Awesome. So that's 96% of the game done, and we'll be going for 30 minutes. So the next stage is Balderdash, which our recently obtained purple gem from Lights Out is needed to beat this stage. So we basically have to beat the level, and then there's a little secret at the end that we can utilise. So that's good. I think there's at least one level per coloured gem that you actually need in order to basically get all the gems in the game. So I think there's no level where there's a gem, where there's a coloured gem that has no level associated with it, if that makes sense. Because the blue, the yellow, the red, the purple, the green, you know, and the orange, it's all used in levels where there's other gems that are required. So if you can follow along with what I'm saying there, then you understand what I'm saying. Is that there's basically no pointless coloured gem in the game, is what I'm saying, essentially. Do 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 do. So that's like the PS1 music. It's actually pretty good. I didn't do that, no. So how did I not get killed to that? Oh well, it's okay. We can afford to die since we only have clear gems left to do. But if this was the PS1 version, then I'd definitely be more cautious right around now. But that's what we're trying to do, is the PS1 standard of beating this game. So I might as well try and do it the PS1 standard way. So that's good. And one thing I have to note about doing this playthrough as well is I actually did slippery climb first try without dying. Now I did die in the embryo bonuses, admittedly, several times, but I didn't actually die once in slippery climb and have to do it all over again, so that was actually really good. I seem to be really good at the Sane Trilogy version of slippery climb. So what we want to do, okay, now I don't know if this bug exists, but if you hold X on these jumping pads, you can actually end up dying from falling, if that makes sense. So that's something you have to be very, very wary of. Don't hold X at this point. But yeah, there we go. We got the gem. Happy days. And we got embryo and cortex on the walls. But we did it, and we didn't even die. So that's awesome. And ta-da-da! We did it. 97% complete. That's awesome. So that's Balderdash. We did Whole Hog. We did Sunset Vista. We did Koala Kong. We've done Heavy Machinery. Now we've got Cortex Power to get the gem in. And hopefully that'll be it. Oh, I think the High Road doesn't have one. The High Road doesn't. I think this might be it then, because I might have done all the other gems. So let's go. We've got Cortex Power. Now, if you were to ask me what some of the worst gems to get in the game are in Crash 1 in general, then this stage would definitely be up there with one of the worst gems to get. But after I did my Crash Bandicoot 100% marathon, I don't think it's necessarily that bad, because it's just a simple path you have to follow. It's like you have to go back and then forward and then kind of back again. So long as you know the path, it's actually not that bad of a level to do. Now, I always thought it was bad because of the paths that you had to take, you know, and it's like you have to take risks and all that, but it's not that bad, and I'll show you what I mean by that, hopefully through playing this. But then there are some jumps that you might need to do which can be pretty challenging. Get that, blow those up, then go down this way. So you have to go up that way to get that exclamation mark box if you're getting the gem, and then you want to wait for these things. I like to jump over to the right. Now this is one thing that you might not realise to do. You actually have to jump forward and get the checkpoint and then go back. There's no other boxes going forward that way. And you can jump over this way, head back here. There's the blue gem we got from Toxic Waste. That takes us down a path that we need to take in order to get the box gem. We gotta jump on this platform, then jump across. I know there's a TNT bridge, so I'm going to wait for this to die down, and then, because obviously if you run across, it's probably going to blow the TNTs up, so you don't want to risk it. So yeah, didn't want to risk it. Oh, bug. I was jumping on the TNT and it wasn't doing anything. Okay, that blew all those boxes to save us jumping on all of them. There's one of those things. There's another one of these things. We can actually jump over this way. Watch out for the electricity. Jump on the blue gem again. And now what we need to do is actually go down this way, because there's actually a box that we would miss. And apparently you can't stand in that gap, even though I thought you could. So there's actually these two boxes here. And just to confirm, there's no more boxes down this way. So like that, for instance. So go through here, go through there. Never got touched. So that's bad game design. But yeah, that's pretty much all the boxes that way. And then it's just 4 boxes at the end. These 2 boxes here. And then these boxes we have to jump across to get over to the end. So I'm going to hold X. And subtle upward motions with the thumbstick. Left thumbstick, I should say. Then spin, spin, spin. And surprisingly spin. We got the gem. Happy days. Cortex Power is not that bad of a level to do. Confirmed. Did it without dying, so that's awesome. So that's 26 gems, 2 keys. That means we have done 98% of the game. Now it's probably not going to say 100% because 100% would probably include something like Stormy Ascent as well. But as far as the PS1 standard completionist playthrough goes, we've actually done it. We got all of the gems in the game and we beat Cortex as far as I know in the previous part. So we can actually do the Great Haul, which is a secret for getting all of the gems in the game. So in the PS1 version, the music's actually pretty fucking awesome. So hopefully they don't actually require us to do Stormy Ascent to do this, but you know, hopefully that's not the case. And as you see, going down this way, we've got Torna. So this is basically the secret ending to Crash 1, but it's not the official ending. So as you see, there we go, we've got the gems needed to get to the end of the secret. Obviously we need all the clear gems in the game to do this, and then by going here we have loaded the secret ending to the game. And happy days, that means we've essentially 100%ed Crash 1 on PS1, but it's on PS4. That's what this means. There we go. So it looks like Cortex's castle's on fire or whatever. It could be the lights. But yeah. Crash rescued Torna on the bird. So Papu sold the ruins of Castle Cortex to a resort developer. He then used the proceeds to open a big and tall shop on the island. After intense therapy and 8 years of higher education, Dr. Wu went on to write the well-received book, Through the Eye of the Vortex, a study of rapid evolution and its consequences. Koala Kong moved to Hollywood and landed a motion picture deal of universal proportions. Currently, he is working with a speech therapist to improve his diction. Pinstripe moved to Chicago, where he now owns and operates a citywide sanitation company. He is saving money for his upcoming gubernatorial campaign. After the disappearance of his mentor, Dr. Nitrous Brio rediscovered his first love, tending bar. I never got that. Maybe someone has to explain to me what that joke means, because I know it's a joke, but I just don't get it. And the world has heard nothing more of Cortex since Crash foiled his plans, but evil geniuses are harder to squash than cockroaches. So is that supposed to say what happened to the characters at the end of the game, of Crash 1? But the official ending is to beat Cortex, and I've already done that as far as I'm concerned, so I can actually save over this Great Hall save of mine. That 102% save is actually the save that I've done everything, all the gems, all the relics and all that. But I think it's only saying 98% because we need to do Slippery Climb, and that somehow contributes to progress as well as all the relics. But we have done that, so that means I can quit out the game and I can say, ladies and gentlemen, that is the PS1 standard completionist playthrough of Crash Bandicoot 1 on the Sane Trilogy. It took me less than 40 minutes to get the remaining gems, which is pretty good. I think I'll do one more video of this game for this specific playthrough, and that would be to do Stormy Ascent. Get the gem only. Similar to how I did the Lost City, there's only one gem. And as you can see, 100%ed the Crash Bandicoot N Sane Trilogy, which is pretty good. And I'm currently playing Spyro right now, so that's what's going on. But I'm going to end this video off here. Thank you for watching, peace out, and have a great day.